What's going on, everybody? This is the Growing Up Italian podcast. I have my dear friends growing up right with me today. But before anything, I just want to send out my deepest thoughts and prayers to all those who are affected currently by the coronavirus. You know, it's saddening news. I wish there was some way to help out, but this is truly a tragedy. And, you know, just want you guys to know that we hope that if you're listening to this podcast, it serves as a little light away from the situation. And our prayers are with you all. So thank you for tuning in. But without further ado, I got my boys, like I said, growing up. I got Sammy in the corner.
Yeah, Sammy.
My boy Nick. What's going on, brother?
How's it going, man?
And Dominic. How you doing?
How you doing, cuz?
All right, all fellow Italians growing up in this neighborhood of Brooklyn, except for Nick. Nick's not.
I'm the odd one out. I'm in Queens.
Nick's not part of the
He's an
BK crew,
exception,
but I feel like he slowly just became a Brooklynite, I guess, if you will.
I guess he earned his place, you know?
Exactly.
After
It's
all
pretty
this
much
time,
my second home.
What's going on, fellas?
Nothing much, man. Trying to fight this virus right now. Trying to survive, you know.
Yeah.
It's rough out there.
100% trying to avoid that, man.
Scary out there, man. We got to just, you know, it's a tough situation, but let's try and bring some light into the world for those listening, you know, get away from that a little bit.
That's why we're here. That's
And
why we're
I
here.
said, what better crew than the kids I grew up with? So let's get it started. What is like your fondest memory growing up, honestly, in Williamsburg? And Nick, I'll let you chime in a second. But
me and Sam probably really got on a lot. Probably like playing football in the street, walking around late at night, bacon, egg, and cheese on the corner, you know. Wiffle ball in the street, or soccer late nights at Kent, you know, before everyone else discovered it. We were the OGs. And then we started bringing Nick into it with us, and he started doing the same things that we were doing.
Sammy, you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with them. You know, we've always played sports when we were younger, you know.
Yeah.
Literally, we would always be playing nonstop every single day. I mean, that's what we lived out pretty much outside our whole life.
Which I'm happy about, because nowadays, like, the last thing I want to do is go to the field and play soccer, unfortunately. But, I mean, after school every Friday, me and Sam would be like, all right, yo, let's go home, change into, like, our whatever gear, get everything together, and then we'll meet up again at Kent, like, 7, 8 o'clock. Start it up. Rocco used to come with us.
And that was a Friday night.
After school,
All
every
the time.
Friday.
Yeah, every Friday.
If it wasn't soccer, it was football.
I know.
Football was basketball.
You guys always hit me up to play. I feel like every other day was at some point during the summer, especially.
We needed this guy. He used to carry the team sometimes.
Nah, I just got the wheels. But honestly, it's just those memories that really just stick with you to the end of time. And I saw this meme one time, and it was about hanging out with your friends, and it said, and at this moment, they didn't know, but it was the last time they'd be playing together.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that hits deep. You know what I mean?
The good thing is we haven't had that problem.
Yeah, I know.
We're still going, yeah. I joined in a little late because in high school, Sam had Xbox with our other boys, and me and Nick had PS3. So then it used to be just me and Nick. Remember, it was me, you, and Orty. So then Nick got Xbox, and I was on my own on PS3, and I was like, all right, this shit is boring.
You had to make the
So
move.
I'm like, all right, yeah, I made the move, got an Xbox, and now ever since then, I think it's been like 5 years that I've been playing with it now. So luckily we don't have that problem right now, you know.
Yeah,
It's
we've
one of our
always
hobbies, so
we've always kept close. I mean, you know, some people after high school they just separate. They go away to college and things
Yeah.
change. But luckily, we've always, you know, stayed close friends. You know, whether it was through sports or through just going to get food once in a while. Like we always stayed close. And
no matter what,
Yeah,
even when we
exactly.
were working all day in school all day, we were still
Yeah, you know,
No.
you find time. To
yeah
hang
make
out.
time,
Exactly.
hang out, do
Exactly.
some. Thing is, we went from playing soccer every weekend to going out drinking every weekend. As soon as we got our
Yeah, as soon as you guys, I noticed that lately. You got your spots and everything. But when did Nick start coming into play? Was it high school that Nick just?
yeah, it was.
He got a
I mean,
promotion, and it was like
yeah.
So
full
I
time.
I met Dom first in high school, and that's how I met Sam, you know, and everyone else. But I think like freshman year, I started coming like once in a while, like maybe Fridays. Like they were talking about Fridays after school, I would come to play like ball or something like that, and you know. I just started liking the neighborhood and started coming out and meeting, you know, you and more people,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it just started growing on me more. So I just started coming more and more often.
I know we say like, you know, Brooklyn is dying out, the Italians are leaving, but I feel like at the same time we met so many amazing people that came to Brooklyn, and
definitely.
they just can't get enough of it.
No,
Nick
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Nick
Definitely.
being an example, you know what I mean?
They have us at least to keep the neighborhood going. There's not too many of us left, but that's why I don't want to leave. The people that were here originally, they move out because they want to leave so bad. And then you see them on Facebook talking about, oh, I miss New York. You're the one that left. You left, so like it's on you. You know, I don't want to leave. As much as it costs an arm and a leg to live around here, I want to find a way to.
You know what it is? The part of that issue is people want to live comfortably. You know, we see how it is here. There's definitely a possibility of living comfortably, but you want your own house, your own driveway, your own
That's
backyard,
Yeah.
front yard, side yard.
Yeah.
You know
It's hard to
exactly
come
the whole
across that
nine,
now.
and that's what you jeopardize when you stay here.
Yeah.
But when you stay here, you got that neighborhood feel.
That's why.
You know what I mean? Like there's nothing beats a night in Brooklyn, summer night especially, chilling on the stoop till
Yeah,
3
you
in the
can't beat
morning,
that.
just
Yeah.
talking about life.
Yeah,
You know what I
talking
mean?
about everything.
I mean, I think you really notice it when like you go away for like a week or even like short vacations like that. Like, so after a while, you're like, damn, like I want to go home already. I miss home. Like that's when you realize that like we live in like an amazing place. Like, and you can't beat that anywhere else. Like New York is and Brooklyn, Queens, wherever it is. Like you can't beat that no matter where you go in the world. I think, in my opinion.
I mean, like when me and you talk about it all the time, Don, we're always like, we go like say Long Island, and we're like, oh my God, it's completely
So
different.
weird.
Yeah, we're like,
Everyone's
we're
so
not used to
weird.
it.
Like you can tell, like we stand out too.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
people look at us, like the way we dress, the way we talk, and you can tell that we're not from there. And it's like, imagine living around here.
And then we're like, it's always so convenient. You have a deli
Yeah,
literally a block
on every
away.
corner,
Anywhere you can walk
pizzeria.
anywhere you
Mhm.
want instead of having to drive.
Yeah.
It's nice and convenient.
That's why. Take the
It's a
train
different
everywhere,
lifestyle.
Get
Yeah.
food wherever you want. Especially now too. Like around here, there's so much more to eat. But I mean, now we continue the tradition. That's why I don't want to leave. And like you were saying about living comfortably, it would be nice to have your own house and everything. But if I could find a way to stay here and keep it going, I would love to. Like also like when Nick was saying, you go on vacation. There are so many places that are exotic and like beautiful to go to. But then like I'll spend like a week or two there, and it's like all right, it's still not home though. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I'll take the smell of the subway over the fresh air of like Aruba or something any day.
A lot of people disagree with you, but
Most people probably would, but I'm staying right. Sam, we gotta keep it going in Brooklyn. That's it.
nah. But Sam, you've been to Italy or no?
Yeah.
You have, Nick?
Yeah, a while ago now.
All four
but
of us. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, where's your family from?
Well, my parents are both from Castellammare, in Sicily.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much where they're both from. But I mean, my dad grew up there. My mom, was born here. But
Same. I mean, my mom was born here just like him, but my dad is from Campobello di Mazzara. It's in Sicily.
Okay, you're Sicilian too.
Yeah.
Down.
You know the deal.
I
You know
need
the deal. So
drop it, baby. Drop it.
My dad's side of the family is from Teggiano Salerno, so right by you, and 5 minutes from Sanza, something like that. Well, the thing is, my dad was born in Venezuela because it's a huge Italian population.
A
Just
lot
as
of
it is over
Italians.
here.
Yeah.
He lived there when he was about 10 years old, moved to Italy, lived there for 5 years, and then from Italy they came here. And then my mom is from Guatemala, so I'm just half Italian, believe it or not. Everyone thinks I'm full Italian. So I speak Italian and Spanish, not trying to flex or anything.
Que lo que, que lo que.
Que lo que.
¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está?
So yeah, I try to keep the tradition
Look
going.
at this guy. Light flex. Light flex.
Nah,
You have that on the resume too?
I do.
You got it. You got it.
On LinkedIn too. You
You
gotta
have
look.
to.
You gotta flex it. Try
So
to
now let me ask you, Dom. Nick and Sam, I'm not sure so much, but was Italian your first language? You think?
Italian and Spanish were my first language.
Damn.
There's no first or second.
How'd you not mix them up?
That's a good question.
Ciao, ¿cómo estás? You know what I mean? Like,
That's a good question. I don't know, honestly. Like, there's no like Italian first, Spanish second, or vice versa. It was Italian and Spanish, and then I learned English when I started school. So I didn't speak English till I was 4. So I'm basically an immigrant baby. But,
no, Italian's my first language too, but I feel like it affects me because my speech is so bad sometimes.
yeah.
I feel like I'll stutter in some situations, and in some situations I'll say a word that I didn't want to say. It just slips out. I'm like, what the hell?
Or you forget how to like say things properly sometimes.
Yeah.
Like my grandma always corrects me because they speak dialect.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
We speak
yeah.
heavy dialect from like where we're from, especially down like south,
Yeah.
And I'll say something, and my grandma will get pissed at me and be like, "Non si dice così." I'm like, well, that's how I grew up hearing it, like
I
around
know, I
them,
know.
So like I'll say it, and then my sister will roast me, my dad will roast me, and my grandma wants to smack me around a little bit.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, when I went to Sicily, I was like 12. I mean, it was a while ago. But, like, I grew up hearing dialect, like, from where my dad's from in Sicily. And so we were trying to communicate with the kids down there. I'm not fluent, but I could have a conversation.
Yeah, of course.
And when we were saying certain things, they were, like, laughing at us. Because now the kids grow up, even in Sicily, they grow up learning the proper Italian.
Yeah.
So, like, we'd say certain things, and you see them laughing and be like, oh, like, they'd be like, the way you said that, it's like, it's funny because
Yeah.
it's like Sicilian dialect. You don't hear that. They hear it from their parents, but not from other kids their age, So that's why it's like, it's crazy now. Like, everywhere. I mean, every town over there has its own dialect and everything. So that's why. Everyone speaks differently a little bit in
but
a way,
I noticed that like when you guys say stuff in dialect, it's similar to how we talk. I think it was like I said, I think it's just like a southern thing.
It might be.
Anything past Rome, a lot of it is similar.
The
And, like, a lot of the
Barres
things-
people, man, I cannot understand one word they're saying.
I mean, Northern Italy too. Like I've spoken to people from Northern Italy, and some of the stuff they say, it's like I can't even understand. I don't know if it's because they're talking quicker or something,
No,
but
so the craziest thing happens when I'm in Italy. And over here, I'll speak Italian, no problem to anybody. I feel confident, whatever. The second I'm in Italy, it's like a whole new ballgame.
Yeah, really.
It's like I'm in the major leagues then. So I'll try and speak proper, like adesso dove siamo allora, and they just look at me. They know like I'm trying too hard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It
thing
just
is-
sucks because I'm fluent in Italian.
Yeah.
Dialect.
you
though.
feel that
That's
pressure.
why.
You feel the pressure on
Yeah.
I
you.
think
Like
it's
you,
different though, compared to over here, just because since we're not from big cities, like they're really small, like farm towns.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one speaks English. At least if you go to like Milano or Roma or something, maybe even Napoli, they'll have like a basic understanding of English, so they can help you out if you like struggling. But like Sanza, Teggiano and stuff, you go over there, no one speaks English, so it is pretty much the major leagues. You're on your own. That's why. The good thing is we have like the dialetto down, pretty much. So
Yeah,
if we need
I
to
agree.
communicate with them, it ain't too bad.
All right, so you guys are all 21 and older, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
What, 22?
yeah, 22.
22.
All right,
I'll
so
be 23 next month. Actually, no, in 2 weeks.
2 weeks you hitting 20.
2
Okay.
weeks.
So what I wanted to ask you guys was, you're going through changes in life. You don't know where your careers are taking you. How do you find that light in your life to just give you that extra energy? Like, what do you do on the side, or what do you do as a hobby that either keeps you connected or just keeps you going? Like, what gives you that extra, ump in your step?
I guess I'll start off. I've always had a hobby of photography. Since I was younger, I mean, I was always like, as a little kid, picking up the camera and taking pictures of the family. And I think I get that from my nonna or my grandma, if no Italians are watching. But my nonna is known in the family for taking pictures. She has albums and albums of pictures. You go to her house and she'll have a picture she's showing you about, something, an old picture of whatever it is, So I feel like I got that from her. And as I grew up, I started liking taking pictures, and I ended up buying a camera and getting into photography and going around New York City taking pictures, and it just became a passion of mine, something that I love to do on the side. So that's something I do in my spare time. You got to have a hobby like that. You got to have something to keep your mind off things,
Yeah.
and you can't always be thinking about
You'll lose
just
your
work.
mind if you don't have.
Yeah,
anything
you have
do on
to.
the
You got to
side.
do something. So that's my little hobby on the side.
And that's actually like
I love it.
it's actually like a good excuse to go out and like explore the city too.
Yeah, it gets
'Cause,
you
like,
out of the
although
house.
we live here, there's so much stuff that we like miss out on just because we're like, it's not a big deal. Because like since we've been here our entire lives, like you'll find so many hidden gems and everything that like we might not know about.
That's very true too, because I mean, like, obviously I grew up here my whole life, but I going through the city with my camera and everything, like I've always found these new places that I never even knew like existed in New York City. Like there was like certain streets I'd go down, like some crazy views, like you just see some new things that you had no clue existed, and you've been in the city your whole life. So it definitely, like, that's definitely a good point you make, that like you see new things and it just opens up your mind, and I don't know, it's just really cool.
I mean, honestly, like, for me, it's a lot of like family is what like pushes me to like stay motivated and always like keep my mind on like working hard and always like doing everything good, because without the family, without that like extra push and motivation, it's like it's you would be lost if you don't have them, and it's like without them, it's like I don't know what I would do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with that too. I mean, where I am at my career right now, I probably wouldn't be there if it wasn't for my brother, because he's the one who pushed me and like always motivated me to do good in school, because I had no desire to do anything in school at all. I was not the best student and everything, but people like my brother, my uncle, everyone, they helped push me. Otherwise, I probably would have not even gone to college or done anything,
Yeah, a huge part of his family. That definitely keeps you up.
Yeah,
I think that's the number one.
You
thing
guys
I
got the
can
A
say.
plus on the test for that answer.
Yeah.
But I feel like for myself, it's definitely got to be growing up Italian. Honestly, it just takes me away from the real world. It helps me focus on what I love to do. I love the culture so much. I just want to keep spreading as much knowledge and positivity as possible. And I feel like it all starts right here with the podcast, getting to know me, getting to know us better. And I'm glad that you guys asked to come on, because I feel like we have so many memories growing up. And even now, honestly, I don't even care to say I still play video games.
Yeah.
Like,
All of us do.
we know
So besides family,
we know we had
I think
to
that's our second best hobby. Like the same thing for me, like what you guys said. I look at it this way: like my family came here for a better future, not just for them, but for literally the future of the family. So it's like, why not take advantage of that? You know, so that's pretty much the one thing that gets me out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
As for hobbies, besides like Xbox and all that, what we talked about, I do like to work out like religiously. I think it's therapeutic to just put my headphones on, blast whatever I feel like blasting into my ears, you know, zoning the world out, and you know, just trying to stay healthy, you know. Besides that, Besides that, a little over a year now, I've been making music because like I'm a big hip hop head.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
So I learned how to make beats. So I do it on the side a little bit. I'm not really looking to be like get big off it. If it happens, great, because I love doing it. I enjoy doing it. But besides that, like I'm not doing it for money or anything. I'm not doing it to become like big. It gets me going, you know. I see it as like I sit down with my laptop, I open it up and I see it as like a blank canvas. I'll have all these ideas in my head. I'll write them down. I'll brainstorm. I'll listen to music that's not hip hop, see if I can get like a fire sample out of it, and then like I'll just like make it happen. It makes me feel like I'm unstoppable.
Spend a little time on that.
Yeah, that's huge for me.
Gets the blood flowing.
I mean, that's the thing. If you're really passionate about something, it's not about like, oh my God, I have this many followers, or you know, this person likes it. Like, you don't care if someone else likes it. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it so you know, so like it's to make yourself feel better. Not if someone says something bad. So someone says something bad about it, who cares? You just keep doing it. You know, it makes yourself happy. If you do, just keep going and doing it. Like that's about it.
Exactly. Don't worry about what people have to say. If you enjoy doing it, then just do it.
You know, we always say that though, but I feel like not many people put that into effect. Like we're always concerned what people think of us. You know, we're going out like, damn, do I look bad? Am I overdressed? Am I underdressed? Like you always want to look good.
Yeah,
you gotta keep the confidence up.
It's just it's a lot of confidence and it's a lot of, you know, whatever mentality. You know, like it is what it is sometimes. You know, you can't be Mr. Perfect all the time. That's what I learned firsthand. You know, not everything in life is gonna go as you want it to.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
There's a lot of stumbles in the road. You know,
it's never gonna be perfect. I mean, you gotta keep moving forward. I mean, it's hard. You know, like. No one has it easy, you know. No one has it easy, but at the end of the day, you gotta work your hardest to push forward and keep going.
And I don't even know where I got that like I don't care about what people think of me attitude from, because I feel like being like a son to immigrants, they're always worried about what people like say. I feel like they're always oh no, dress a little better. 100%. Come on, she's gonna whatever Zia, whatever's gonna be there. And I was like, I don't even know who she is. I don't care about what Zia Maria has to say about me when I get there.
You know what's the best? Yeah. When you didn't know you had a Zia Maria and you met Zia Maria the first time.
And we recorded the time.
They all pop out of the parties.
You got so big. I'm like, I've been 5'3" my whole life. Look at this guy.
Or like, it's the worst because like, you wouldn't know until like your dad brings you over. And then my dad's like, oh, dammi, guarda, saluta zio Mario. I'm like, oh, piacere. He's like, ma piacere. I met you when you were like this. I was like, I don't recall, but I'm sure you did.
It's funny because they always come out at either it's like a party or like a wake, which is like unfortunate. But like you meet all these people and they're like, oh, how you doing? And I'm like, yeah, how you doing? And then I go to my mom like, who the hell is this? You know, like
the same. Whoa, it's been a while.
You just gotta pull it off like you know him.
Exactly, you know.
Until you make it.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Or like on holidays, they'll just come over the house. And
yeah, I know.
Like, who the fuck is this person? And they'll be like, oh, Macumbacono's coming. Oh, ti ricordi Nunziatina from Canada? Yeah! How you doing? And I was like, I haven't. Then they're like, oh, I carried you when you were 4 years old.
Like oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
How could I forget?
And then you walk away and you're like, what? Yeah, who can remind me?
I'll never forget. One time, some dude came up to me. He's like, Rocco. Rocco, you remember me? I mean, how do you say no at that point?
Yeah.
He looked at it with like such happiness in his eyes. I was like, how could I forget?
Come here, man. I miss you.
And I looked at my mom. I was like, children.
That's the thing with like those families. It's always like,
yeah, man, it's never ending. It's never ending.
It's never ending. That's the thing.
And speaking of family, I'm somehow related to this guy.
Yeah, right.
Nah, but honestly, Sammy's like a blessing. This guy, we used to ball all the time together.
God.
I grew up. He told me how to play video games. This guy. He's younger than me.
He taught you how to play Call of Duty, right? That Sam's.
That's all.
yeah.
That's where it
Big
started.
thing.
He only said it
Yeah.
once I started whooping his
Yeah,
ass.
then
and
this
you
guy
know?
got too good for me.
For
and I was
you,
like,
and then
oh,
right? That's Sam's thing.
No, but the fondest memory I have growing up playing Little League with this guy.
Oh,
My
yeah.
God, he's the only one I ever played catch with. We just cheer each other on. It's just because he's a paisan.
That's why.
It just hits different.
We're just
you know what I
connected
mean?
for
Yeah.
so long around
Yeah.
here. Like I met Sam in 6th grade, but we weren't in school together yet. We were doing CCD together at Mount Carmel, and then I got pretty cool with him. And then we graduated elementary school. No, 5th grade actually, then that's the case or whatever. Because then we graduated elementary school, and 577 used to be next door to PS 132, and then they moved.
Was this the trailer when they
Yeah,
had
the
a trailer?
trailers, the modules.
Oh my
So
God.
then they rented out. I don't know if you want to say rented. They bought the last 2 floors at PS 17, which is where Sam went to elementary school. But I already knew him. Yeah, I already knew him from CCD, so it was like a huge crossover. There's a bunch of people from CCD and my elementary school, whenever. So then I started having class with Sam, and from there we just we started kicking it. Like soccer, football. I didn't get into basketball till 7th grade. These guys actually taught me how to play. I only knew about soccer. I was a big zip. and then after a little bit of practice, me and Sam were the original Splash Brothers. We used to play the 3-point. We used to play the Sam. You gotta vouch for
That
me.
was.
We used to play the 3-point.
He said he
shootouts.
was, not you.
We used to play the 3-point shootouts at 126, and me and Sam used to be like, "Oh, yo, let's pair up and just cash." I'm like, game over.
That was
and then
before I actually grew and
Oh
I
yeah,
had-
this kid was a
had
midget.
those
This kid was a
This
midget.
guy Sam grew
He was smaller than me
foot.
at one point.
Yeah.
I miss those days, man.
I grew a good 3 inches since then, and Sam grew.
Sam grew about a foot and 3 inches since then.
I think it was like junior
Yeah,
year,
junior
one year. This kid came back from summer vacation,
Oh, yeah.
and he was like,
Sam?
"Yeah." I'm like, everyone's like, "What the hell's wrong with this
what
kid?"
Is that the same guy? Yo. No, that was scary.
just drank a lot of milk.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
All right, let's talk about something I want to mention on this podcast. Biggest pet peeves. Let's get a little comical up in this.
Oh, Jesus
I'm gonna let
Christ.
Dom go last because I know he's about
I'm
to
sorry to the viewers.
hold it.
Oh,
Sam, what's your number one pet peeve? Anything.
Man, there's a lot. It's hard to think of one honestly off the top of my head. It's like
Gravy.
oh yeah, that's definitely.
We're
the
talking
word.
words.
Don't-
We're
don't-
talking
can I-
pronunciations.
That might be.
Anything. Yeah.
Don't fucking talk to me if you say gravy.
Yeah,
If you want gravy,
That's
wait
what-
for Thanksgiving, put on your mashed potatoes, put on your turkey.
100%.
There's no such thing as gravy in Italy. If you say gravy, you don't speak the fucking language. Sorry.
I'm just gonna let Dom rock. I'm not even gonna add on to that.
Look at Rocco's shirt, for example. What does it say?
There you go.
Mozzarella, and under it, mozzarella. What the fuck is a mozzarella? Gabagool, galamad. You're a fucking moron. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're good, man.
You're,
I feel the passion.
you're highly unintelligent if you pronounce it that way. Let's put it that way.
Well, some people grew up, speaking that way. You can't fault them.
That's
you
a
know
damn
what I mean?
shame.
That's
That's a damn shame. That's a
I don't know.
damn
I guess
shame.
it's like the Italian American thing, really. I mean, I feel like if you grew up with parents that were born over there, you don't really pronounce these words like that. Like
Or
at least
if they were born here and speak it.
yeah, or
You know?
or at least if you hear people speak
Yeah.
it, none of our parents from Italy are gonna be saying that
No.
type of stuff.
Best believe,
Like-
when I teach my kids the language, I'm gonna teach them the language.
Yeah.
And I'm Italian American. I'm not gonna say gabagool. Or mozzarella.
All right, so
Gravy.
we didn't even give them a chance.
All right.
I mean, you can start that.
Yeah.
I don't really
If
know.
you don't know, one will pass.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
yeah, that's the thing. It's like
All right, so then let me add on to what Dom's ranting about over here. And I agree. Trust me, I agree. But let's say you're at a Stop and Shop. And not that you should get prosciutto at a Stop and Shop, but for some reason you want prosciutto, all right? You go in a Stop and Shop. How are you telling the man or woman at the counter that you want that product? I'm not going to say it again.
I'll start with that because I tend to say things like the way I'm used to saying. Let's say prosciutto or Nutella or whatever. But there comes times where I do say that, and the people will be like, "What'd you say?" I'll say it again. They'll be like, "What was that?" And I'll be like, "Prosciutto" or Nutella. So they'll be like, "Oh, you got it," So that's what I mean. Like I say it the right way.
Why'd you say it the first time?
like I'll say it, you know, but like I tend to have to say it that way because some people are like, what is this guy saying, you know? Especially like Nutella throws people off. I don't know how. I can't say Nutella. It pisses me off.
It's literally
It pisses me off.
It's
so
literally spelled
yeah,
like that. I don't understand.
so like, but people don't get it. Like people like they won't understand until I say, oh yeah, let me get Nutella, please. Like you know, so I don't know. It's just that's what I mean. Like I say it.
At least those people can't be faulted because they're probably not Italian.
No,
that's
I don't look. No,
But like,
yeah.
if you're Italian, I don't care what generation you are. If you're Italian and you can't understand me when I pronounce it like authentic, you're an idiot. I'm calling you out. And it's like, a late night snack, Nutella with the little bread, and they're like, "Do you mean Nutella?" Prosciutto.
Oh man, yeah.
Prosciutto.
Man, he got.
Oh, I forgot
I don't
about that
understand.
one. Yeah,
Oh, man.
Monagot.
All right,
Or
Sam, how are you saying it?
What?
Like at a Stop and Shop. Keep in mind you're at a Stop and Shop.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, pretty much like Nick said, and most of the time, if they don't understand you like the first time, you gotta like Americanize it for them. You gotta say, like,
Yeah, it's
So you
automatic.
think we're devaluing the language when we do that? Or
No,
we think it's just
smarten them up a little
Yeah.
bit.
the
That's
time
the
and
thing.
place. It's
I
just
mean, the
not
thing
it.
is, look, we're Italian Americans. We are born here. We are American. So at the end of the day, you got to realize, you know, like these people probably don't understand if we say these things a certain way. So you just got to pronounce it the way they're gonna understand it. I mean, like I said, it's not like we're trying to bash the Italian language or something, but you just got to say it the way people are gonna understand you. Otherwise,
As clear as
you're
possible.
gonna be saying it 20 times and.
As best as I can. So I'm just gonna be like, prosciutto.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not that hard to.
Yeah, it's not really that much
No, yeah.
different. I feel,
Pepperoni's
yeah.
different. That's not really Italian. So
Yeah.
I was like, hey, can I have pepperoni?
Yeah.
We're like, oh, a pound of mozzarella. That's it.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So, there's like that. I'm just gonna wear this shirt next time. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Just
some
there you
of
go.
Some of this. Some of this. Yeah, those are my pet peeves. I think I'm pretty vocal about them.
That's it. That's all you have to say. You didn't speak too much.
I mean, add on to it. You have any other questions for me regarding the badge?
No, I think you said
language?
enough. I definitely think you said enough. I think we gotta give.
You
some,
sure?
Nick
You
and-
sure? I
Nick
don't
and
know.
Sam some more spotlight here.
I mean, I'm always here.
I said
to
pet peeves and Dom just went off. Wouldn't stop talking.
It was
What
my
are- what-
opportunity to finally.
I feel like this is what you came here for.
I'm done.
That moment right there. That moment right there.
I'm pretty much done for a little bit. I can let them rock for now.
All right, boys. Huge soccer fans.
Of course.
Calcio fans. Sorry,
Of course.
That's a
Calcio,
sin.
yeah,
That's a
calcio.
sin that I said. That.
Calcio. What is
Huge
soccer?
calcio fans. All right. Teams you root for. Clubs. Serie A clubs. I'll start.
I'm sorry.
Just for specific reason, I'll start. Forza Juve.
That's right, baby.
Milanista.
Juve, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Milan.
I knew it was gonna be even 2-on-2. So
That's why.
we won't even get too far into it because just it's crazy what's going on in Serie A right now. They're not playing a game till April 3rd.
April,
They're
yeah.
playing
It's
behind
nuts.
closed doors. Which
Yeah. No. They
nothing.
completely canceled.
Yeah,
they
they
completely canceled.
Yeah.
Because they played a few games.
They were, yeah, but now they completely
It's a
canceled.
Completely
shame
Yeah.
canceled.
too, man. Because it's like religion over there.
I'm
Yeah.
very curious to how the international games are gonna play out.
It's
whether
gonna
they're
affect
Yeah.
everything. All the games are gonna be pushed. I mean, I don't understand how they're gonna do it. Like, I really don't.
The Euro's coming up too.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
know.
a shame if they have to postpone it or.
I mean, of course, safety first and everything,
Of
you know.
course.
But like, it's just crazy to this happens, you know.
It's sad, you got all these people getting hyped to watch these crazy games. Like Inter Juve was behind closed doors. Was it last week? Or
Yeah, you
was
see
that
all the
last week?
pictures of them, no
And then
fans,
That's
you know.
supposed to be a
Yeah.
crazy game. One of
Yeah.
the craziest games.
That's
in Serie
probably the
A.
biggest game
Yeah.
in 10 years.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Scudetto race is the
Yeah.
tightest
Yeah,
it's ever been.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And it's sad.
Serie A is
Sad.
competitive now, man.
It's
I
good.
didn't
Yeah,
watch it in
man.
Spanish league. It's Real Madrid and Barcelona every freaking year.
Yeah.
Atletico gets a little sprinkle in sometimes.
Sometimes. But you watch Serie A, Atalanta's killing it now.
Yeah,
they were
they're a
like
good team.
like a small team.
Good club.
Who used to just play just because they were in Serie A, but bro, they're in the Champions League now.
I love
They're in the round of
Atalanta.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
They're
I
killing
always,
it.
I mean, as much as I love Juve, I always give credit to the small teams that come from Serie C. You know, Serie A. I mean, like some of these leagues come. I mean, some of these teams come from like, they were relegated so many times, and they come back and they do good. Like, it's good to see that. Like regardless.
Now let's talk about pet peeves one more time before we even move on to the next topic. I just want to mention how whenever a Serie A team or club is in the Champions League, how could you not root for them?
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
that's my biggest
Yeah.
pet
You have
peeve.
to.
That makes
Especially
no sense to
because
me.
Sam, being a Milanista is so rough because
I
they've been
know.
so garbage the past few years. Any Serie A team, even if it's Inter or Juve as much as you're supposed
Or
to
Napoli.
hate them. Oh, Napoli especially, because I'm supposed to be a Napoli fan because of where I'm from.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But then I don't follow that type of.
And there's a lot of people that completely hate on the Italian teams. Like if you're like a Napoli fan, if you see Juve
they'll
in
take
there,
a bullet. And
oh
not
my
root for
god,
it.
yeah. That man, they won't. But like me, like I'm like, yeah. If there's an Italian team, I'm repping the
Yeah,
Italian
yeah,
team. You know, like,
100%.
listen, you're not my team, but you're Italian, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna represent
like
that.
Milan,
You know,
Milan forever. I don't care how trash
Yeah.
they are. You gotta
course.
support your team.
yeah.
But like I said, it's tough being a Milanista nowadays. Wait, we got Ibra back, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nostalgic.
But what is he, like 36, 37, something
Yeah,
like that?
He's up there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's getting
How
old.
much
up
can he
there.
possibly do? And besides that, they got a bunch of young talent, but they're not like performing as they should be. So we're not even in the picture for the Europa League, which is
You
like
guys
the
had a nice little run, but then
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
and then
that-
it
the
all
ship
went downhill.
quickly sailed.
Yep.
So whenever there's an Italian team, automatically I'm like, all right, let's hope they do
Yeah,
it
of
big.
course.
You know, like Napoli's been
Just
killing
give
it too.
Serie A a good rep, man.
Yeah.
We haven't
Yeah,
had
yeah.
that in a while.
That's why.
I can't remember the last time Serie A
Finally
club won the
competitive
World Cup.
again.
yeah.
You know,
I
it's
know.
like
Not the World Cup, the Champions League.
Champions
I mean,
League.
we've been rooting for them for freaking Champions League the whole time. We want,
Juve?
Juve to win.
I know.
Uh-huh.
I the really thing I wanted you to win is I just want to see Buffon.
Yeah,
I want to
I
see
mean, he's
Buffon get a
deserved
Before he
Champions League.
retires, yeah.
Like,
and
as
he's still
much-
killing it too.
Yeah, like he doesn't play as much anymore, but I mean that's who got me into liking Juve in the first place.
Now, you literally just got to my next and last point for this podcast. I was going to ask you guys, who was your favorite player growing up of all time?
Of all time, Ronaldinho.
Okay, makes sense. Played for Milan.
Yeah, Ronaldinho. Mhm.
For me, it's always been Buffon, and that's what got me into playing goalkeeper in high school and everything. I mean, Buffon's what got me into, I think, not only soccer, but like liking Juve and playing in general.
Yeah.
So definitely
For
Buffon.
sure, for sure.
So for me, honestly, it was Del Piero. He's
Hell
always
yeah.
been my
Hell
favorite.
yeah.
He was always my favorite.
I mean,
agree too.
yeah.
Del Piero's a go.
Oh, yeah.
Del Piero's
I didn't
my
get
guy.
to watch him.
Del
but
Piero,
Yeah.
of course.
Del
Grew
Piero's
up
a beast.
the biggest Del Piero fan.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
like 6 of his uniforms
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Totti, Gilardino. Who else? We got too many.
Yeah. it's-
But like my
We
childhood.
haven't had one in a
Cannavaro.
while. We haven't had a true number 10 in a
Nah.
while.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the
Yeah,
problem.
I know.
Eventually we will. I think.
Well,
we'll
just gotta be
find it.
patient.
That's what
We got to see another World Cup, man.
Yeah.
We got to get another World Cup.
Italy too hasn't really been performing as they should be, but we got a lot of young
yeah, we
talent
got
coming
young
up. I
talent,
think.
so hopefully,
Yeah, it looks
Overtime.
promising. It looks
Overtime,
promising.
yeah.
All right, guys. So no matter what you do, always try to find that happiness in your life. Try to find that light, that joy. Sammy's family, brings up happiness. I'm gonna get real cheesy. My man Nick's taking pictures left and right. Loves doing that.
Yep.
And Dom, don't say gravy in front of him. Right?
Just remember it, please.
That's
Not
all
around
you got to
me.
do. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And check out the fresh new merch we got. Get your
It's fire.
copy your shirts
Yeah.
today before they
Welcome,
sell
welcome.
out. And as always, thank you guys for coming on. Really had a good time with you
Thanks
all.
for having us.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
Anytime, guys. Buonanotte.